There's a reason why boss fights in the Souls games feel unforgettable before the first hit is even made. It's not just the punishing difficulty, it's the introduction. The quiet walk into a fog gate, the camera sweeping across an ancient cathedral, a giant knight slowly rising to face you. Before even pressing a single button, you start to realize,
finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary!
this is the art of the boss intro, and nobody does it quite like FromSoftware. One of the clearest examples comes early in Bloodborne, with Father Gascoigne. Father Gascoigne is the first real boss fight that new hunters have to face in order to progress through the game. But his intro does more than just set up a fight, it tells a story. The cutscene begins with a haunting silence, broken only by Gascoigne speaking in a low, unsettling voice. He's standing over a mutilated corpse, muttering about the hunt and how the beastly plague consumes everyone. He warns you.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Then, without hesitation, he turns to you, draws his axe and blunderbuss, and rushes forward. There's no grand cutscene, no flashy transformation. Unlike the cleric beast, who's purely a rage-driven monster, Gascoigne's a fellow hunter, a man who's been doing the same job as you, but the madness of the hunt has consumed him, and he's no longer human. And as he reaches low health, he turns into a beast, his transformation coming full circle and no turning back. This wasn't just another fight, it was a glimpse of what you could have become. Gascoigne's intro works because it's personal. It makes you care about the fight before you've even swung your weapon. It also made you realize that no one, not even your fellow hunters, are safe from the beastly plague. If Father Gascoigne is about a man's tragic descent to darkness, Dark Souls 3's The Nameless King is about a legend come to life. Everything about his intro screams final boss. The arena is high above the world, hidden in the clouds. The sky itself seems to bend under the weight of the storm. Then, out of the mist, a dragon descends, and upon its back sits the Nameless King. He doesn't need words or a long monologue. His presence screams mythical legend, like a god stepping down from a painting. The beauty of this intro is that it's not just spectacle, it sets up the fight's unique structure. Phase 1 has you battling rider and steed together, hitting the dragon while the Nameless King hurls bolts of lightning from above. And when you finally slay the beast, the cutscene continues the story. The king rises from the ashes, calm, unshaken, and now faces you alone. This is where the intro transcends a simple cutscene. It doesn't just announce the fight, it divides it, escalating the tension and confirming that this isn't a battle with a monster, it's a duel with a god of war. Few boss intros feel so legendary. By the time the second phase begins, you start to understand the scale of the legend you're fighting. If the Nameless King is awe-inspiring, the Guardian Ape is horrifying. When you first meet it, you see a giant grotesque ape sitting in the corner of the arena. It roars, pounds its chest, and charges, making you feel like you've stepped into a cage with a primal nightmare. At first, it seems like a straightforward monster fight, but FromSoftware subverts expectations with one of the most shocking twists in gaming. When you finally cut down the ape, it collapses. Victory music plays. The ape then picks up its own severed head, screams through its gaping neck wound, and starts striking you with a sword. The intro to Phase 2 is grotesque, absurd, and unforgettable. What makes this so effective is how it breaks expectations. The game tricks you into thinking you've won the battle, even giving the shinobi execution text on screen, only to rip away your victory at the last second. That moment was forever set into my memory, because it's not just a fight, it's a grotesque performance between man and beast. And then there's Millennia, the second hardest boss in Elden Ring. When you enter her fight, the camera pans across her flower-strewn arena, lingering on her still figure. She sits, poised, calm, almost delicate. It looked like she was a damsel in distress just waiting to be rescued. That is, until she starts her famous monologue.
Dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return. Heed my words. I am Melania, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
She says with quiet confidence, the kind that only someone unbeatable would have. That single line has become iconic, not just because of what it says, but how it's delivered. But the intro is more than just her name, it shows how elegant and deadly she is. Her movements are graceful like a ballet dancer, yet her body is decaying from scarlet rot, while also giving her power. And her condition is also shown in gameplay. When she lands a hit on you, the rot transfers, feeding off your health and in turn healing her. And just when you think you've won, the intro to Phase 2 begins. Flowers bloom, scarlet rot erupts across the arena, and Melania ascends into something even more terrifying. A goddess of scarlet rot. It is both beautiful and horrific, a perfect reflection of her character. Melania's intro captures why FromSoftware boss fights are more than just challenges. They're performances, carefully staged to make you feel awe, dread, and respect all at once. Boss intros are more than just cinematic cutscenes. They're storytelling devices, tone setters, and emotional hooks. From Gascoigne's tragic descent to madness, to Melania's ascension to terrifying godlike being, these moments remind us why we love boss intros. Because before the fight even begins, we're already feeling something. Dread, awe, tragedy, excitement. A good boss intro doesn't just prepare you for a battle, it pulls you deeper into the world, making every swing of your weapon feel personal. You're not just fighting for victory, you're fighting within a story that's already unfolding around you. And that, more than difficulty, more than spectacle, is the true art of FromSoftware's boss intros. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in my next video. Peace.